morning. A week has already passed and today we meet in live skill program by Central VTC Digital Television in Ho Chi Minh City, combined with sales training and development and implementation of the GM company. Our program are broadcast quickly on Sunday at 7:55 on VTC4. Remember to turn in. If you missed the program before, you can check it by going to vtc4.vn or youtube.com. Today, I will continue to accompany you on a topic relevant to the last topic I discussed last time, our understanding of the brain, so that we can learn better, and I share with you some techniques and tools we will using to employ and make use of our brain. Firstly, we must understand the structure of our brain. The brain is composed of two hemispheres, the left hemisphere and the right hemisphere. Both of these hemisphere processing functions are completely different. The left hemisphere is control center for logic, rules, events, and language, while the right hemisphere is more about us, sound, colors, imagination, and emotion. Based on the principles that I will share with you today, where we combine two hemispheres together in the school, at the time, we will learn to achieve the highest efficiency. Step 1. Oxygen. Why is oxygen very important to our brain? How much the brain weighs in kilograms? I have asked many students and they all come up with different answers. Some people say that the brain is about 200 grams, others say that it's 5 kilograms. The answer is absolutely wrong. A human brain weighs from 1.3 to 1.5 kilograms. The average weight is 1.4 kilograms. The weight of a human brain 10% less compared to women by the original research professional.
With 20% of the oxygen in a day just enough to sustain life. Especially when learning, we need to concentrate, need to think, stress the brain. Then, the brain needs about 30 to 40% oxygen. So, the first tip I want to share with you that is how to bring more oxygen to the brain and how to optimize brain activity. The first way is very simple. You can do it right now. Just you go and pour yourself a glass of water. Our body will be provided with oxygen, especially brain. There are a few other ways, such as planting trees in the house, scandium. In addition, there is one way I want to share with you. You can do anytime, which is breathe deeply. Because oxygen when we breathe just enough for us to sustain life, not enough for us to concentrate. Before starting the study, we should spend 2 to 3 minutes breathe about 20 times every day. So oxygen will help us focus more, flowing. I will share with you how to breathe deeply. Normally, when we breathe, the air will enter the lung, but lung near the chest. So, when breathing, chest will move. It is breathing normally, but to breathe deeply, we need a place to accommodate more air, where that is our belly. When you take a deep breath, take initiate belly button out, or belly ocean, called the diaphragm. When inhale, the diaphragm is a screw. It will run down, breathing grab content in the area. On the contrary, when you exhale, the diaphragm will push up and will be pushed out. This method is simple. If you do, it's very effective for learning and working. I also request a airplane. When I tired, distraction, stress, I close my eyes about 2 minutes and continuous deep breathing. Breathe in, breathe out many times. I feel very acquainted, special from 1 to 2 in the morning or in the afternoon. It's a very easy sleepy time, so we often yawn. Yawn is to bring oxygen in the brain, so very tired you sleepy. Tonight you remember that I just tell you. When you are tired, sleep, you take a deep breathing continuously. I'm sure you will immediately regain energy. Next, I will share with you more a tip.
We listen to a piece of music without lyric when you studying. Why so? Why we should listen to music and why it should be instrument music? I'll explain to you right now. As the principle of left and right cerebral hemisphere I have just represented before, you can easily to notice that most of the subject you have to study at school require the use of your left hemisphere. Even when you study at home, you also have to employ it to analyze and calculate so many things. And at those moments, can you guess the right hemisphere too? It had nothing to do but natural trim, image, and creating. In other words, it should be free of working, and this is probably the cause of your status, in which you lose your concentration on things. When you're studying, you are in focus on your work for about 5 or 7 minutes, and suddenly there is something cross your mind and leading to think of it for a while. It's the time your right cerebral hemisphere is so free. Therefore, as said in the second key, we need the music. And we all know processing something like music is a function of right hemisphere. So when we listen to a certain piece of music, we are no longer in the state of losing focus because of the working of right hemisphere. This is should have you study better. I'm sure that there is now a question flying in your heart, in your head, and that's why in music without lyric and why not other. And some of you may think that it is without lyric. It's okay if I listen to music with lyric, and my answer is you shouldn't not do that. Listen a song with lyric. Of course, you should do it when you're free and want something to entertain yourself. But during your study time, listening such song can cause trouble because, as said before, a processing word is the function of left hemisphere, while the other process the music only. When you're studying at the same time listening to a song, your left hemisphere is working with analyzing and calculating, and it's the same to the lyric as well. In the other word, you have to omit deliberately or not think of the lyric while thinking of the lesson you are studying too. That way put the serious strain on your left hemisphere. Thus you cannot concentrate on go in work as well. So my advice is that you had better choose instrument music while studying. Some tips for you to choose the music. Firstly, consider rhythm of song. It should be moderate. I mean, not too fast or not too slow. Because if you listen to a too fast song, for instance, rock music, we have some sound like boom boom boom. Your brain doesn't keep up with the rhythm. We should call your lose concentrate with very slow song. It's just the same. Your brain over the rhythm of song, and as the result, cause lose focus. So it's necessary you choose song with moderate rhythm. Secondly, choose the song you like or those that comfort for yourself. It's of course impossible the everyone has the favorite song, so it's you which are right to listen to what you like when you happen to listen a piece of music. Note if it makes you relax and inspire you or not. If yes, that's exactly what you have to choose. My suggestion for you is a type of music called parrot. This is a kind of instrument music. It appeared long ago, 17th century. It's believed to very good for your brain, as it is not too fast and has the same wavy as your brain, about 17 times per minute.
A kind of music can suitable for our brain if bangles. It's in non-lyrics music and it composers in 17th centuries. It's used for the brainwaves because of the quick rhythm, about 60 rhythm per minute. To sum up a kind of music, any kind of music with agree with personalities, with your personality and your habits will help you so much to train your brain. That's on the second secret I share to you. Listen to music during homework. The next secret I want to share is doing exercise at least 30 minutes a day. I don't know if you do this in reality. I have got many train youth. It's pity that young nowadays don't like doing morning exercise. And after watching this shows, I hope you tomorrow you will start a new with doing morning exercise. To reply me, you can say I'm busy. I have enough time to learn. I can doing exercise. You haven't spent much time doing exercise, so don't worry. It just takes you about 15 to 30 minutes to do exercise every day. That's enough. There are many simple genetics such as walking or running or pushing up. My nose is used to fire an area place to do exercise. Besides helping our health, it has important effects in our brain. You see, when you're doing exercise, what you breathe. First, you breathe deeply, and second, you breathe regularly. You will take much oxygen to your brain. By that's why, if someone do exercise in the past, don't do exercise so early from 4:30 to 4 o'clock to 4:30 when the sun hasn't rise yet, and tree will discard the carbon dioxide. It's harm for your brain. The best time is from 5 o'clock to 6 o'clock when the sun rises and the trees photosynthesis and discard oxygen. It's good for our health. You know, in theories, doing exercise is very good for our health. But in motion, you can lazy and you don't want to do anything. So doing exercise isn't a major factor. The best thing I want to say is the principles. You must or you let's build yourself a principles and spend 15 to 20 to do minutes to do exercise before going to school, and you will get the lesson much more effective. The next is the position when you sit down. When we were young, we were wrong in sit and it's harm for your spine. So you must adjust your positions based on its dry and the distance from the A to your notebook about 50 centimeters, and the table and the chair is suitable with your height.